Monday marked the official start of spring. So this week, Jonathan Horst reviews a car perfect for the warming weather. But according to him, there's one issue that has to be dealt with before everyone can fully embrace the Mazda MX-5.
If this looks like fun, it's because it is. No roof, 2 seats, and 4 wheels connected deeply to the road. But a lot of people, mainly men, haven't been able to truly understand or feel the fun. Why? Because this is the Mazda MX-5, and when it first came out 20 years ago, it was quintessentially girly.
With a new, more powerful engine.
It was called the Miata, and it was as small, colorful, and light as a makeup compact. As a result, rich valley girls flocked to them in droves, while men kept to their pickup trucks. This is their newest one, and it's looked like this for a couple of years now, but nobody's answered the key question. Is it still girly? Well, in this color, with that hardtop and those rims, I'm struggling to say yes. The flared wheel arches, dual exhausts, and all-around sharper lines all contribute to making this look a little bit more masculine, except for the bucktooth grille. I've asked many people if they thought it was a girly car, and the response has been mixed. You have no idea how tough it's been being ridiculed by those closest to me. They still say it's a girly car, and those who disagree don't quite go out of their way to say it's a all-and-out barroom brawler. Instead, it's more of a ballroom brawler. But even still, Mazda has managed to sell over 900,000 of these things around the world, putting it in the Guinness books. An impressive feat for something that is not a volume seller. You know what? It's all meaningless because they've all missed out on one crucial thing about this car: the drive. This thing drives like nothing else I've ever driven. Mazda never intended this thing to appeal to rich valley girls of California. Instead, it was intended to be a throwback to those light and whizzy British sports cars of the 50s and 60s. That's why it's so small in every regard. It's a discipline the design and engineering department focused on when designing this car, and it's called Jinba Itai. When translated from Japanese, it roughly means horse and rider as one. But when they designed this car, they knew it had to be bigger, more spacious, and more aggressive, without diminishing the essence of the car. And that meant keeping it light. To give an example of the hard work they put into it, normally in a convertible, a hardtop would be an incredibly heavy proposition. But in here, it only adds 35 kilograms. It's also very low, but it's not so low that you feel like you're touching the ground with your butt. You can actually see what's going on around you. And I'm 6'4", and I fit. Just. But if you're any taller, you won't fit. And it's really a shame because you can tell they worked incredibly hard to make this thing drive amazingly. But it's on a backcountry road like this one where the Mazda really shines through. It panders to your every whim and desire. Everything from the steering to the gear shifter to the brakes all communicate exactly what's going on the road. And despite being a sporty roadster, the ride is astonishingly smooth. Mazda could have put a huge engine under the hood, but they didn't. It's actually a little 2-liter 4-cylinder. It produces 167 horsepower, 158 if you buy an automatic. But if you buy an automatic, you're missing the point, because the engine is so rev happy and the gears are so close together, you're constantly stirring the gearbox, and it's great. So what about the price? Well, it's not as cheap as I was expecting, but it's not expensive either. Prices start at $29,000, and for this fully chalked out GT model rise to 40 grand. But it doesn't matter which one you buy because they're all very well equipped and all very good fun. It's more a matter of how much you're willing to spend, but if you need the hardtop, expect to pay a minimum of $36,000. So, do I care that it may have a pedigree of femininity? No, because the Mazda MX-5 is way too much fun and way too good to pass up. Just put the car on like a tight-fitting dancing shoe and stretch your stuff, because it doesn't matter what other people think of you, you'll be having way too much fun to even notice. Jonathan Horst for BCIT Magazine.
BCIT's campus radio station celebrates a significant anniversary this month. Reporter Zameer Karim attended the celebrations and shared in the success of Evolution 107.9.
This is the sound of a 5-year-old's birthday, but not any 5-year-old. Our radio station, Evolution 107.9, celebrates its 5th anniversary with a bash, with local musicians that are featured on the station. The importance is laid out by BCIT radio student Art Aronson.
It's kind of a unique radio station. It's run by the BCIT students, and basically it's a student-run radio station, but it's actually a real radio station. It gets a share of the airwaves here in Vancouver, and it's really good, and a lot of people don't know about it. So this is another way to get our name out there as Evolution 107.9.
Old hours seem like years. Some things are still.
Now back at the station, Morgana mans the controls. She knows she's getting all the training she needs to succeed with the help of the Evolution radio station.
The Zolas, Marlena Kamikaze, and before that was the Foo Fighters with Rope. I'm Morgana Gresham, it's 9:28 and you're listening to Evolution 107.9. Here's Cuff the Duke, Belgium or Peru.
Her time here has also made her reflect on the ones who have come before her.
It does, yes. I mean, you know, everything's changing. You know, the media's changing, the industry's always changing, radio's changing, especially, you know, with technology and whatnot. But, you know, we speak to industry professionals all the time, and, you know, ones that have gone to BCIT, I've met tons, and, you know, even though their experience here might have been a little bit different, just based on, you know, when they came and graduated. But, you know, it's nice to know that you can evolve and you can adapt to what's going on out in the real world. Rich Hope, Whip It On Ya. Up next is Yeser, I Remember, on Evolution.
So whether you're the DJ, reading the news, or are just horsing around in the newsroom, 5 years of Evolution 107.9 means something a little different to everyone. Zameer Karim in Burnaby for BCIT Magazine.
And now for a look at entertainment. Rumors are circulating that the top man in the Apprentice boardroom could be vying for the top spot in the country. American business tycoon Donald Trump is reportedly considering running for president of the United States. The Donald appeared on The View talk show on Wednesday and wouldn't confirm his interest in President Obama's position, but his plans to give a speech in the all-important presidential campaign state of Iowa in June continue to fuel expectations that the mogul is quite serious about mounting a possible 2012 White House run. Trump will speak at the Republican Party's Lincoln Day dinner June 10th. And on a sad note, screen legend Elizabeth Taylor has died in Los Angeles at the age of 79. Publicist Sally Morrison says the actress died Wednesday morning at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center with her children by her side. Morrison said she'd been hospitalized for about 6 weeks and died of congestive heart failure. Taylor first gained stardom as a child and appeared in more than 50 films. She won Oscars for her performances in Butterfield 8 and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. She was equally famous for her extraordinary beauty and her stormy personal life, including 8 marriages and a series of physical ailments. In later years, she was a spokeswoman for humanitarian causes, notably AIDS research, which gained her a special Oscar in 1993.
If you have any questions or comments regarding this program, please visit us online at bcitbroadcastnews.ca or bcit-broadcast.com. That's it for us this week. I'm Jonathan Horst with Keenan Kipp. Thanks for watching.
We now leave you with a time-lapse shot of the hustle and bustle on Main Street.